Have you ever had a friend, someone whose taste you genuinely respect, look you dead in the eye and say, "You have to watch this show. It will change your life." You smile. You nod. You say, "Awesome, I'm adding it to my list." And then you never, ever watch it. But that obscure, subtitled movie you stumbled upon at 2 in the morning, or that author you found by randomly clicking through a blog's comment section, you devoured their entire work in a week. What is that about? Why does a personal discovery feel like a magnetic pull, while a recommendation, even a good one, feels like a weight? It's not about being difficult or a contrarian. The answer is far more profound. It's about the silent, powerful architecture of the human mind. The easy explanation is control. I like to be in charge of my own choices. And that's true, but it's like saying a car moves because the wheels turn. It doesn't explain the engine. The feeling goes deeper than simple preference. A recommendation, no matter how well-intentioned, isn't just a piece of information. It can be subconsciously perceived as a threat. This brings us to a fascinating psychological concept known as reactance. Reactance theory suggests that when we feel our freedom to choose is being restricted, we experience a negative motivational state aimed at restoring that freedom. In simple terms, when someone tells you that you must do something, a part of your brain automatically pushes back, not because the thing is bad, but because the choice was taken away. Think about it. The recommendation changes the dynamic. Before, there was a whole universe of books and shows you could choose from. Now, there's one specific show with a spotlight on it, carrying the weight of your friend's expectation. Watching it is no longer a pure act of discovery, it's an act of compliance. And your brain, in its relentless pursuit of autonomy, quietly rebels. It's a defense mechanism for your own sense of self. Rejecting a recommendation is only half the story. The other half is the intense satisfaction we get from finding something on our own. This isn't just a fleeting pleasure, it's a powerful psychological reward system at play. The journey of self-discovery is transformative, enhancing self-awareness and aligning your life with your true values. Psychologists talk about a cognitive bias called the IKEA effect. In studies, people who assembled their own, often wobbly, IKEA furniture were willing to pay significantly more for it than for identical, pre-assembled furniture. Why? Because they had invested their labor into it. That effort, that struggle, imbued the object with a greater sense of value. This applies directly to our media consumption. The effort we put into discovery, the hours spent scrolling, the random clicks, the exploration of niche genres is a form of psychological labor. When we finally unearth that hidden gem, it's not just a TV show or a book anymore. It's a trophy. It's proof of our taste, our intellect, our uniqueness. We didn't just consume it, we excavated it. The content becomes fused with the positive feeling of the hunt itself. We have a sense of ownership. This show isn't just a show, it's my show. This artist isn't just an artist, they are my discovery. This creates a powerful emotional attachment that a recommendation, which requires zero effort, can rarely replicate. Let's go one level deeper. The choices we make about media are not just about entertainment. They are fundamental acts of identity construction. In a world of endless options, our taste becomes a compass, helping us navigate who we are. The media we consume provides the cultural scripts and shared points of reference that anchor our personal identity. When you tell someone about the obscure indie film you love, you're not just talking about a movie. You're communicating something about your values, your worldview, your aesthetic. You're saying, "This is a piece of me." A recommendation from someone else can feel like an attempt to impose their identity onto yours. Even if you end up liking the recommended show, the story of how you found it is not your own. The origin of that experience is external. It doesn't add a unique brushstroke to the portrait of your identity. Self-discovery, on the other hand, is an act of pure self-expression. It reinforces the idea that you are the sole curator of your own mind, the architect of your own taste. In this sense, ignoring a recommendation isn't an act of defiance against a friend, but an act of allegiance to yourself. It's a quiet declaration that you are sovereign over your own internal world. Your media choices become a tool for validating your identity within your chosen communities. This entire dynamic is amplified in our modern, algorithm-driven world. We are drowning in recommendations. Netflix, Spotify, Amazon, they are all constantly telling us what we should like next, based on what we liked before. At first, this feels like a service, but over time, it can feel strangely hollow. The algorithm becomes another external voice telling you what to do. It can reinforce certain aspects of our identity while limiting exposure to different perspectives. This can lead to a kind of authenticity fatigue, a nagging sense that even our discoveries are being manufactured for us. This might be why a truly random, human-to-human recommendation that we ignore, and a truly organic, self-led discovery that we cherish, feels so different. The rebellion isn't just against our friends, it's against a culture of passive consumption. Pushing back against recommendations, both human and algorithmic, is a way to reclaim a sense of agency, to prove that we are more than a predictable data point. It's a search for a genuine experience, untainted by outside influence. We are seeking to be the co-creators of our own media universe. So, the next time you feel that subtle, internal resistance to a recommendation, don't just dismiss it as being stubborn or picky. Recognize it for what it is. It's the echo of reactance, your mind's instinct to protect its most valuable asset, your freedom to choose. It's the pull of the IKEA effect, your deep-seated need to value the things you've worked to obtain, even if that work was just the thrill of the hunt. And most importantly, it's the process of identity formation, the lifelong, often unconscious, project of building a self that feels authentic and true. The media you consume helps shape your norms, desires, and identity. This isn't a flaw in your personality. It's a feature of your humanity. It is part of the fundamental drive to be self-determined, to feel that you are the one making choices and managing your own life. So, that list of recommended shows on your phone? Maybe you'll get to it, maybe you won't. But tonight, when you fall down a rabbit hole and discover something that feels like it was made just for you, savor that feeling. It's more than just entertainment. It's a quiet, powerful act of self-authorship. It's the journey to discovering your true self, and that is a journey that is always worth taking.